What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raven coming at you with another video, and we're gonna finish. Well, I'm not gonna say finish because later on we're gonna do something else. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But we're gonna finish the trilogy of Money. Well, it's not really a trilogy, is it? It's Money Ties, which a lot of you guys have said is or should have been Money Game Part 4. So this ought to be interesting. We're going to check this out. This, of course, by the ever popular, ever lovable Ren. I just like the guy, bro. I just really like the guy. Like a lot. Like a lot. I just think the guy's a good dude, and he's a genius level artist, bro. If not beyond that. Like a virtuoso, like a luminary, a visionary. But yeah, guys, like seriously, Ren, this has been so crazy fun going down the rabbit hole with you guys. We're going to be doing this reaction, and then eventually we're going to get on to Troubles. I'd like to do it today if I can, but as I've been saying, I'm not feeling the best. I think what got my daughter that fever last week, I think it finally caught me. But we'll check it out, okay? But before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that stuff really helps out the channel, really makes me feel good. And, you know, it's free, it's fast for you guys, and it means a world of difference to the channel. It really, really does. I know that everybody says that, but it does. Plus, we would love to have you be the newest member of the flock. The flock is for life. So come check us out, guys. We'd love to have you. The air is for everyone. Let me get my cans. I heard this was done with producer, I think his name is Nazy. Maybe Naze, but I think it's Nazy. Who apparently reached out to Ren and said, yeah, you know, Cujo Beats, he screwed me too, so, you know, this is my story and blah, blah. And then Ren apparently, with his massive heart, and I mean that, I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything, the guy's got an obviously massive heart. Just look at what he does, you know, not just in his music, his brand, and I don't mean that to be like to insinuate anything. The person that he is, one of the tentpole issues for him is to not be greedy, to be a good person. And that's on brand for his brand, right? So he believes in being a good person and not being a dick, and basically, you know, I know that he says this often, a rising tide lifts all boats or all ships, however you want to say it, but it's true. It's a philosophy in economics for a reason, you know, and I agree with him on that. I agree with him on a lot of things that I didn't think I would agree with an artist with on. I frankly probably would go as far to say that I agree with him on probably 95% of what I've heard. So we're going to check this out, and I'm sure it's going to be good. I'm sure it's going to be good, because frankly, I'm still waiting for that other shoe to drop, you know, but I haven't heard anything that I can really say, oh, I didn't like that much or whatever. It just hasn't happened yet. All right, here we go, guys.
Godliness with contentment.
Okay, I apologize. I don't know what happened.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. But the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man.
Hold on, I think I just missed something. I want to see that again.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless.
Oh, I thought I was going crazy. I was like, there wasn't a cap on his head, and I didn't see him put it on. All right, cool.
Proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet, preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bit the pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores, what a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give.
Okay. I gotta agree with him, man. People, especially politicians, right? They get to these elevated, lofty parts of points of power, I should say, and they end up forgetting anything. Even the lip service that they said is like they don't even try to pay it anymore. The lip service that they said to get elected, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna do this for, you know, for the families that vote for me and blah blah and what have you, and then you get into office, nobody cares. We got to hold these people to account, man, peacefully, obviously. Run that back just a little bit.
It's bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores, what a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, will you die with a grin? Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren, born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take it.
First off, that is not surprising that he's a good brother on top of, you know, being a good person. But that is so heartwarming to see him actually talk about the days when, you know, his little sister came in. That's cool, man. You know, I think it's the role of men to protect the family, but it's especially beautiful when an older brother takes care of his little sister or his little brother, whatever. But there is that, like, for those of you that play video games, like there's this game called Nier, right? Nier, Nier. And it was originally a boy and his taking care of his younger sister, right? And then when they put it over here in the States, originally they made, instead of it being a brother and sister, they made it a man and his daughter. And one of the reasons why they said they did that was because they thought that it would make more sense for a father to be protecting the daughter instead of it being an older sibling protecting the younger sibling. For us Americans, anyways. And I don't know, man. I see families that disprove that, you know. Families with, sadly, you know, fatherlessness, where they have to barely make ends meet if they even can, and it's basically them against the world. And that sometimes destroys families, and sometimes that makes tighter bonds between the familial unit. It shouldn't come to that for the family to be tight. It shouldn't come to that. But, you know, it's like he said, it's not a world for kids, bro. So let's run it back a little bit.
leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorned me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick.
Damn. That was hard. Hard AF. Alright, let's go back. I want to hear that again. And I'm surprised to hear that part about bitter like me. Is he bitter? Because if he is for real, in any semblance of the word, I don't see it. I see him as somebody who hasn't lost hope in humanity and is still striving each day to make the world a better place, and that's awesome.
Hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind. Humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorned me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend love, make war, make goals. Money.
Love what he did with his voice there. Let's run it back. I'm finding myself with a lot of feelings on this song, but it's flowing so nicely that I can't like interject. I don't have a good spot to interject. I feel like I'm freaking taking away from the song. But dude, this is the first time I ever hear it. So money make the sick boy sicker somehow. Ugh.
Somehow, money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend love, make war, make goals. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, money ties, money ties, ayy. Money lies, money lies, money lies, ayy.
So, has he ever explained what he meant by that, by no people, no profit? And spelled prophet, you know, as in like Abraham or, you know, Samuel, you know, these prophets. Yeah, this one hits in a very similar vein as Money Game 3, Part 3. That it made me feel something I didn't think I would feel. In this case, I feel for him being an older brother and wanting to have his sister, you know, have the best world that she could possibly have for her, you know, right? And I really liked all that he said. It's really cool that he spent such a large part of the song talking about his sister. What major whether independent or not, would spend time out of a track talking about his sister like that, you know? Tom MacDonald, I know some of you guys don't like Tom MacDonald, but Tom MacDonald, he did a song called God Mode, in which he briefly mentions his family, and that was like, oh, awesome, you know? It's cool to see who he's doing it for. He brought his family on camera and all that. But yeah, man, like, I can't think of anybody else outside of those two. Not right away, anyways. Nothing comes to mind. Yeah, this was a really good track, bro. Really good track. So I guess later on today, please be on the lookout for my reaction video. It's gonna be Ren Troubles, as recommended by you guys in the chat, the premiere chat, that is. Loved hanging out with you guys. I always do. So it was awesome to be there in that chat with you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon in the next video. You know, let me know what you guys think down below in that comment section. It's there for a reason. Use it. Let me know what's up. Let me know what I should do next. Doesn't necessarily have to be Ren, but I am, you know, kind of doing the Ren journey now, because, man, like, talk about, like, I don't even know if it's right to say that Ren is a generational talent, meaning a talent that comes once a generation, because, like, was Jimi Hendrix a generational talent? He was, but he was more than that, wasn't he? You know, is Eminem a generational talent? He was, or should be considered that, but he's more than that to a lot of people, isn't he? But the thing with Ren is that not only does he do what, and again, I'm not saying any of this as a knock on Eminem or Jimi Hendrix's talent. Excuse me. But who out of what you would consider super talented people do you see doing as much as Ren does? You know, he writes it, he produces the beats normally, you know. He directs the video, he puts the vision for the video, he does the editing, he does, and then on top of that, the vocals, and yes, singing and rapping is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. They require, in my opinion, two different types of keeping the beat, you know? Like, you might be able to keep the tune. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I told you I don't feel too well. I feel like nauseous all of a sudden. It might be a migraine. Anyways, he keeps. You might be able to sing and carry a tune or what have you, but to do that and mix it in and out with all the rapping, dude, that's like crazy. I mean, throw whatever superlative you want in there. Dude gets it in, you know. I wouldn't want to be like Cujo Beats and pick a beef with him, bro. For real, for real. Anyways, would love to see you guys sound off below and let me know what to do next. Like I said, I'm going to be doing Troubles before the day ends, hopefully. And can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you so much for hanging out. Love you guys. And as always, stay safe and stay based.